time for another makeup video. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Let me explain. This is going to be a complete shit show because there's always going to be kids yelling in the background and getting in trouble, and we don't start out with anything cleaned off. It's just, we just go with it. Like right now. Alright, let's get started though. So first things first, moisturize. Going to use this, which I got in my BoxyCharm. Love it. Smells delicious. The other day, I tried for the very first time stick foundation, and I found that A, I love it, and B, it goes on so much faster than everything else, which is amazing because I'm a very impatient person. I don't have a whole lot of time, and if I do, well, I just don't want to spend it on doing my makeup. So we're just going to put it on, get one of these nice little short flat brushes, and in circular motions apply our foundation all over, especially in our sun damaged areas. Alright, so now that we're done with that, what I usually do second are my eyebrows, and my absolute go-to for brows right now is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I use their dip brow in the color chocolate, and I have this nice little brow brush that accompanies it. It's just a thin angled brush. I'm going to get, you don't want a lot on this because this, it's a lot easier to build it on than it is to take it off. So keep that in mind. Take a spoolie, brush them into place. And then I start on the bottom and I outline my bottom line. Then I find the top where the top of my arch is going to go, and I put just a little reference point right there, like that. And then from that point, I pull it down and create that tail there. And then go ahead and come across lightly. And now what I do next is I kind of start at the line that we created at the bottom here, and I blend it up. So I put the brush directly on the line and pull it up to blend it into the rest of the hairs. And then same thing on the top, just pull your line down into your eyebrows. What I tend to do when I get to this end is I just dab on some hairs. Just little hair-like strokes. Next, we're going to put on primer. We're going with this Luscious Angel Eyes. Even though it's too bright, it's hard to show because it's, you know, the glare. But this stuff is amazing. A little goes a long way with this. So we're just going to put very little, little amount on here because it is going to spread like crazy. And it covers so well. Let's start with this Cargo Cosmetics. Came in, go ahead and guess it, came in my BoxyCharm. And we're just going to take, it's a semi-fluffy brush. It's not like a blending fluffy, it's not super flat. We're going to take this brush, and in our Nude Beach, we're going to pick up, what are we going to pick up first? Let's do this one right here. I can't pronounce that, so it's this one above the darkest color at the top, if you happen to be using this palette. If not, it's kind of a creamish color, because obviously we're not all gonna own the same products, so just use whatever you like, but I'm starting with a creamy color to just kind of do all over the top here. That way it's giving me something to blend stuff into. Next, I'm gonna do a transition shade, and I'll use this big, fluffy, rounded off brush, going back to the same palette, and we're going to pick up this nude color here in the center. Tap off the excess. This is my first time using this palette, so I'm a little excited about that. That's pretty. Alright, now we are going to find, want another brown shade before I start moving into darker shadows. We're going Morphe palette, 35M. Let's pick up lightly this brown right here, and we're just going to pick up one of these brushes. Nice little rounded off, kind of like the last one but smaller, and pick up some of it on the tip. And anyway, we're going to now slowly start to work that into our crease, and then bring it up some with the side of the brush that we're just kind of blending it up, but keeping the concentration of it in our crease. Now let's go Pretty Vulgar palette, which came out of my BoxyCharm. We're going to pick up this Flip Out, which is a little bit darker. I'm going to put it on, but we're going to keep it more towards the outer corner. Alright. Get a little bit darker with this since we are going to cut it, dab it on, pull it more towards the center. Blend it out, because we're just going to be throwing black over this because black blends into brown. Really, really nice. Got this Luxie mini angled brush. Really pretty. Super sparkly. Love it. And we're going back to our Morphe palette again. And the first one we're going to do is just pick up on this matte black. And let's pop some of that into the corner and just build it, because you don't want to go super crazy right away, because then it gets a lot harder to take it off. And right now I'm just going to kind of pack it into the corner. I'll go ahead and pack it into the other one too while we're at it, might as well. Alright, so it's packed into the corners. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the excess because we're going to start blending it now. And just start taking it, pulling it, doing a circular motion. Now we're going to cut the crease. We're going to take a couple little full coverage foundation and put it on the back of our hand. Just a little. And we're going to cut it with that. First, we're going to put some along the bottom, look up, so it'll kind of hopefully leave a mark up there. Okay. Usually do that so that you can see how high up you absolutely have to cut your crease. I kind of like cutting the crease with foundation. This is working out pretty good. Especially with this, it's a Kat Von D locket, and it's a really great full coverage. I love it. That's what I was using before I got the PUR stick. Alright, we could go in with that, cover it with a nude, and that looked really pretty, but that's not what we're doing today. So, sticking to the plan, sticking to the plan. I will first go in this PUR Mascarade palette. Really pretty. Grab the silver exposed with this rounded off flat brush. And just right over the area we now we're going back to our Morphe palette. Same one, 35M, except we're going to pick up this black on the, nope, that's the wrong one. This black, second to last, because it has more of a shimmer to it. Grab, oh, what do we want to grab? Which brush? Which lucky brush? This nice little tapered off blender. And we're just going to kind of pack it in at an angle this time. Now, what are you eating? There's no food in here. What are you eating? Alright, now we're going to add glitter. We're doing the NYX Glitter Brilliance. Really pretty. And it's loose though. I would love to find some great packed glitter, but everything I was finding the other day was loose, so we're just going to have to deal with that. What I was thinking is, since this Urban Decay doesn't, or should we do Cover FX? You know what? Let's do Cover FX glitter drops because it already has glitter in it. It's wet, it dries quick, so we can just stick our glitter to this. Now this one is, I don't even know what color it is. Lunar. It's in the shade Lunar. I have one that's more gold, but this one is closer to silver than gold, even though it's blue. And we're going to apply it with this nice Elemis flat rounded brush. Super thin. Get all the red off of it from the last one. Stop. Now what I did was I tapped some of it into the cap, just like that, so we can hopefully pick it up with ease. Alright, now we will apply eyeliner with a really thin eyeliner brush. Now the eyeliner that I love using is gel. It's pretty vulgar. It's super cute. Looks like a little ink pot. I love it. So we're just going to start by going to the edge of our lashes. Ugh, God, that needs to be cleaned up. And drawing a line straight out at an angle. Then just come back towards the lid and cut her down. And fill in that gap in between. Now we're going to do the bottom. We got one up there. I'm going to use a tiny little brush to apply that one. I think to lighten it up a little, I'm going to use this on this half. Yeah. Take this flat one, and we're going to blend black into that purple, keeping it tight to the lash line.
Ready?
White.
Bye-bye, Mommy.
Now that it's quiet, we're going to pop on some mascara to the bottom lashes because off camera we're going to be applying falsies. And just a little bit to the top, that way our lashes are at least the same color as our false lashes. Now, just go through, pop you on some false lashes, make sure to let your glue set for about 30 seconds so it gets nice and tacky and they stick on and they don't slide all over the place. If your hair looks a mangled mess like mine, go ahead and do your hair, and I will post pictures of this in a second.